Welcome back, guys, and thank you for joining me in another episode of Change Satisfactory. This will be episode 8 of our little adventure. Factory building, amazing. So, stuff happened. I made the computers just in there. You're gonna see it in a second. I came up top in here because I wanted to show you that that oil pipe, it's expanded a tiny bit until that place in there, which you cannot render. But it's expanded now, mister. It's a Mark II Pipe 600 oil. It's a pure node. Coming down the line, we got a Mark II pump in there doing just amazing job pushing the oil into our factory, which is doubled now. So I basically doubled all the plastic and rubber setup because we needed the power. I think we're gonna need the power for all that aluminum processing. So now we're doing downstairs 8,000. Up top we are doing another 8,000. Life is just beautiful. I also dressed up the buildings just a tiny bit, and I made some modifications. So let's get, I don't know, down in that corner, and I'm gonna show you what it all looks like. Just got myself a shiny in there. He pooped yellow stuff. So on this side in here, we are doing the crystal oscillators. I still haven't put that one in a building or anything. I'm still thinking how to do it. That one just looks like a huge garage in there. I kind of like it. Didn't know what to do with it, and it was kind of late. I don't know what that tractor is sitting in there. He shouldn't sit in there. He should sit in his station in there. I got a feeling I gotta redraw the road. I don't know what happened. Let's get actually down there and take a peek at it. What's wrong with you, mister? This is the same old setup that we... Oh, shiny. That we had in here. Nothing much changed other than I put this ceiling in here. And... well, I don't understand what is wrong with that one. Why aren't you sitting in your station, mister? I put these guys to wait in here. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, well, why aren't you in there? Have you remained without fuel? No. No, he has the fuel. What's wrong with you? Sorry? You load crystal oscillator delivery to computers. Yeah, this is the new stuff that I just made. It is on autopilot. There he goes. So I just put a few beams. Oh my god, look at that guy. I just put a few beams in here. What the heck are you doing, mister? Oh. Okay, let's pretend that that one is fine. Do you have any issues with this nosy? This part of the road was not modified. I don't understand. And I put a ceiling on top of it. That's it. No lights, no nothing, just like that, the shelter. You remember how the other side we took that nasty belt out with coal and had the delivery in there? Well, now it's changed. I took that node out of that side. It's a pure node of coal and brought it along this highway, let's call it, in here, so it's feeding into all the stations. Way underneath we have all the coal that we need. Now the trucks are waiting in here. Let's get... I don't like that guy. I think I'm gonna have to do something about it. Waiting in there is not normal, because that means it will burn the coal in there. It will not get filled up. Well, I don't know. I cannot explain it, why it's happening like that. Anywho, I still have to dress up that miner, make it somewhat part of this building. This is where we're making the cables. Just put the asphalt roof. And this one, it's the same stuff, like garage style, opened. I'm kind of digging it, mister. I'm kind of loving it a bunch. Everything has been working fine in here. Surprisingly. I still have a little variation in power. You see that in there? Like that? And that one must be the station. Well, I don't know. So it must be one of these constructors somewhere on the map powering up and down. It's kind of easy to figure it out which one it is with the power control switches, but I didn't have time. So this one in here was fed by that node in there. Well, that node in there just became part of the double production of coal in here. It's like all like sulfur and coal, you know, because that's the way we like it. Double that sulfur node and took the second one out of this place. I think we have a door in here somewhere. Let's try and get in. Carbon steel finish, some beams, some stuff, you know, just to try and make it look pretty. This is the second miner. That one is the first miner. Everything is the same basically, only that we have colors. In here actually we're doing a little more compacted coal, like 25 I think more per minute, just to supply the compacted coal for the delivery of the plastic on the rubber when we're gonna need it. Well, these guys look just fine in here. They're not missing anything. 100%. We're doing good. We're doing really good in here. I kind of like the way it came out with the shelf beam in here. I'm digging it. The second output, the second build comes always through here. I made this one taller, of course. Let me show you what I did in here. Wavy belts, I know. Forget about it. So everything is fed up on that lift. That floor hole is fake. Don't worry about it. Mark II pipe. Okay. I didn't use that. Well, I don't think I'm gonna use those. With the pump going up top and everything down below, it's almost the same because I only have the refineries. Basically, the pickup, it's happening here. Those guys are really noisy. Let's ignore them for a second. Okay, so we have the refineries, same setup as before. 10 of them doing plastic, 10 of them doing rubber. Everything gets working nice and dandy. These guys are making the turbo fuel in here with the help of the compacted coal. Everything gets delivered down below through that beam. Yeah, you saw it right, because I put that one after. Also, I put one of those in the back just to have a lot of oil pressure on the line. These are the doors for the heavy oil residue. These guys have been working fine. It's a mess with the stairs going up and down, but I made the stairs afterwards. Didn't have enough stuff. Watch out! Noise incoming. You know them. You love them. 16 of them. 8,000 megawatts. Everything is working nice and fine. Let's get down there. Same stuff for the plastic. Oops, so daisy. Same stuff for the plastic. Come on, fly. Is coming down from there. Mark III belts. Everything is merged on a Mark IV. Everything that is not used or sent out, it's synced, of course. 200 of those, you know, just to make the circuit boards. And I think a little more, maybe. I don't remember, just to make the plastic. No, the computer, sorry. But no, I used a different recipe, the one with crystal oscillator. So we're using all the plastic on this floor, 200 and 120 rubber, just to make those heavy modular frames. Yes, that's the answer. Okay, good stuff. Let's get in here. You know these guys, I just put another belt up top, another stuff up top to make it more interesting. And I put this stuff, everything, in glass. I kind of unify the buildings. Kind of. Down there and there, we're making the heavies. In there, in the back, we're making the circuit boards. And here in the front, we're assemblers making our sweet computers with the circuit boards from here and with the crystal oscillator delivered from where that truck was sleeping in the middle of the road. There were a couple of mistakes in here nevertheless. First one of them is that I didn't put another two of these in here. Now they're in. So I wasn't consuming all of that copper and all of the ingots. Not enough copper sheets. These guys were almost fine. One of them was not souped up just to have all the... Yeah, well, it's fixed now. It's working just amazing. These guys, they didn't skip one bit. Crystal oscillators are in from that truck. We have our tinker bits per minute in here. At some point, they're gonna be delivered from here. The road will take us somewhere. I don't know where. I have no idea where. This is the delivery station. Unload. Perfect. For the crystal oscillators, 10 seconds. It's fine. I don't know why that guy was waiting in the middle of the road. That one, it's unsettling. Let's put it like that. Down floor, I just put those pylons. In here, didn't want to block it off. Only that one is blocked off. The other one, because there are no machineries down below. So here we are. Let's keep on moving. We have a bunch of work to do. Basically, in today's episode, I don't know if we're gonna build any factory for the aluminum, but I already started doing something with the aluminum in there. I put a platform down. I made some calculations. Most likely some of them are not right, because that's the way it goes in here on this channel. Put down the train station, some tracks until Derry Shepherdney, and we're gonna try and make our way to the swamp and see if I'm right about it. Oh, I made this thing. This thing will be responsible with smelting the coppers for us, because we're gonna use the copper recipe for the aluminum. I have all my recipes, scanned all the hard drives. There is no recipe which is locked for this stage in the game. Basically, if I scan another hard drive, it will give me no more recipes. So 581.5 we're gonna make per minute, because we needed 607. So Mark 5, I don't have the aluminum production, but since I found those outlet into the wall, I used a bunch of them because I had more than 800. One of them, I think that guy, this guy has a summer slip on it, because normally it does 30, okay, because it's 600, but I drop it down so that I will have my 37 ingots in here. That's 607 ingots. What's in here? It's in here. Okay, both of them merge up top. Let's go up top. Come on, let me out. Looking good, looking good. Copper color, okay. That 307 Mark 4 merging on a Mark 5 is gonna go in there. We're gonna have to start the aluminum production in the beginning, just to have more sheets. It is what it is. This is the bauxite delivery station. That's how it's called. I think that 3 wagons for the train are gonna be enough. I'm not sure. Those are Mark 5s. All 3 of them. Those 2 are merging, going in there. Why did I do that? Well, in the swamp, we have a pure bauxite node. Is gonna be the first wagon, that one, because it's gonna be something like 600 per minute. And then we have, let me show you here. So one of them is pure, that guy, okay. The second wagon is gonna be with these 2, impure and normal. Okay, so that's gonna be like 450. And the third one is gonna be with these guys in here. Same stuff. Normal and impure, so another 450. Basically, what's gonna happen in here, that guy is gonna be 600 per minute, that guy 450 per minute, that guy 450 per minute. Those 2 will merge for 900 build per minute, which it ain't gonna cut it. But in time, it will discharge, especially if somebody puts in there these guys, just to make it as a buffer. And this one, yeah, well, just to have it here, the bells actually is not well placed in here. Each and every single one, yeah, it's not well placed. Let's delete this, guys. All of this. Sorry, I forgot about stuff. Here you are. We got the lights. That's a good mod. By the way, have you seen the news for Satisfactory? We're gonna have a new game mode with 1.2. Can barely wait to have that guy. It might be that it's a node randomizer. That will make things a lot more spicier. I'm kind of digging it. Let's put these boys in here. Mark 5, always. So we will discharge this station really fast. And I don't know how we're gonna build after that, how we're gonna put them in there. Okay, that one being 450, it should be enough for Mark 4. Okay, if I, oh my god, I hate the fact that I don't have power here. Straight please. Mark 4. This one the same, Mark 4. But this one is gonna have to be a Mark 5 here. So we're gonna have 600 and another 900. That's 1,000 and a half bauxite. It's a bunch. Okay, it's a bunch. So we have here some calculus. 1,500 bauxite is gonna need 1,500 water. I think this is the first one because it's the same amount. You see, we're gonna have out of 200 and 200. 240 alumina solution. That is gonna come in here at the same rate. We're gonna need coal. Half of 240. It's not half of 1,000 and a half because it's getting multiplied with 10%, right? 20%, I think. Because if you divide 240 divided by 200, it's 1.2. So if you multiply that with half of 1,500, which is 750, we're gonna need 900 coal. That's what you have in here, 900 coal. These 3 nodes, normal, that, and that, is set up. Each one of them is gonna make 300. Oops, sorry, falling down. So they have the lifts in their faces. I don't know how I'm gonna bring them because I don't know how to put the machinery. Okay, good stuff. So we got the coal, we got the aluminum. Now, here comes the creepy part. We're gonna have aluminum scrap and water. That's the creepy part, water, okay? Aluminum scrap, 360. Well, it's gonna go into this one, 6 for each one of these guys. Making aluminum ingots. Well, we're gonna need in here 45 smelters, I think. I'm not sure, because it's gonna be 2,700 scrap and 45 smelters, which is gonna give us 1,350 aluminum ingots, which I decided, I don't know why, that we're gonna make 350 aluminum sheets and 750 casings per minute. We might need actually a little more casings and a little less aluminum sheets. I'm not sure. That one can be modified now. Stop, since it's gonna be easy because we're using the same resources. So here you go. For the sheets, normal recipe, and for the casings, the alternate alt color casing. Out of 150 aluminum, you get 112 aluminum casings, because the normal recipe, it ain't that amazing, you know. I mean, it's 90-60, so it's, yeah. With this one, putting copper in, you get a little more. Now, the nasty part is the water in all of these equations, okay? Because this one has a return of 120, but at the same time, this one is requiring 200. So, there are 2 options here. One is to use the recipe with concrete. Take that water, put it in another refinery. I think I have it unlocked. I'm not sure. No, I don't. It's gotta be in the map. Doesn't matter. we're not gonna use that one. Combine that water with the limestone and you're saved. Okay, no issues, it's gonna run. Well, as good as you can run with the fluids. And you input 200 water, but we're gonna have, I mean, look at this, 200 bauxite. Okay, 1500 divided by 200 is 7.5 refineries, so we're gonna need 1500 water. That's gonna be difficult to put in. That's why we have that thing. It goes all the way until here-ish, somewhere in there. I tried putting it around, it looked like shit. We're gonna use pumps and put it in there, that's it. But what I'm actually thinking is to build this one and return that water, because they promised that water is gonna be fixed. So we're gonna reuse that water. That means out of this one, 120 is gonna return into this one in here, and we're gonna need only 80. We have 7.5 refineries. If we multiply that with 80, that means I'm gonna need only 600 water. Well, shouldn't I just grab that pond in there? I mean, 600, it's like, yeah, I could do that, but I don't know. What if I decide to modify something here? Or what if water is not gonna work as intended and we're gonna have to sink that? It's gonna be easier to sink that water, and then I'm gonna have to bring in 1500. That's why I decided to build that thing in there, and we're gonna put a lot of pipes on it. Now, we can stay in here and talk for a million years. It ain't gonna solve anything. Or we can just start building, you know. So let's put those guys out of the place because I want to keep the recipes in there. We don't need that one because the single recipe. That one in there. I think we're gonna put him in there because bauxite is gonna be delivered in the back. Water is gonna come through there. Coal is gonna come through there. Initial building step, that refinery will require the bauxite and the water to be combined into alumina solution. That's it. Simple. Okay. Let's see what kind of blueprints I have in here for refineries. Maybe that one? Yeah, that should do it. No, it needs an input, a solid input. Let's see the blueprint for the oil. Yeah, that one has 2 inputs. No, I lie. That's an exit. So either I'm going back and doing refineries, which it ain't gonna happen. Blueprints, I said. Or I'm just gonna delete that and start placing the refineries. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So how should we do this, misters and mistresses? Let's bring actually some more power poles like in the front here so that I can float. Perfect. Grab that. Water is gonna come in there. Bauxite in the back. So that rock is kind of in the middle of things in there. Let's work with it. Actually, that one looks pretty good. Let's leave it a little more space. Let's begin from there. Shh. Okay. Water is gonna come in there. Okay. So maybe like that. If I'm bring it in the middle of the foundation, because I'm thinking to bring only one Mark II pipe. Yeah, why not? That should be good. Let's test our lifts in there. Yeah, that's gonna be good because the pipage will run in the middle and the bauxite will run in there. I think I'm enjoying that. I want to have those Mark IV, but it's not the case to put them in yet. Let's just delete them for now. We said 7.5. Okay, so we will need 8 refineries in here. Let's put them down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's do the pipage now. Press, please. Press. Oh, we sit in the middle of the foundation, so they're gonna have to be in here. Now each one of them is gonna take 200 water per single buttons. So Mark 1 should be more than enough. Of course, the center pipe, that's a totally different story. That's gonna have to be a Mark 2 pipe. And because we know water has issues, we're gonna make like that. We're gonna make a buffer at the end. Oh wait, wait, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Delete, 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 delete. It's not good. You know why it's not good? Because I said that we're gonna return that water. So we're gonna have to work in batches. Otherwise, it's gonna be madness. You know why? Because we're gonna have in front of this another 7.5 refineries, which are gonna return water. Each one of them is gonna be 120. So we're gonna have a pipe of 900 returning. That's not good. If I put them all in one pipe, it ain't gonna be fun. So let's see. Mark 1 pipe. It's well, basically I could put 5 of them because Mark 2 pipe is 600. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's Mark 1? 300? 2 of them, 240. 2 of them, 240. Yeah, we're gonna work in batches of 2. So let's delete that lot. Let's put already. You see, that wasn't well placed in there. Let's leave a lot of space and begin from there. I think we're gonna have enough spot, enough place. I said. I wanna clear that track. Okay, so those two are making the alumina majiggy. Okay, gonna leave ourselves some space in here. I think that should be fine because those will take the coal inside. So we're gonna have a pipage in there. But also they're gonna have the coal in at the top floor. All of them. Okay. So let's put another one in there. Just to see how that one looks. 240 alumina solution will go from one to the other one. Mark 1 pipe is more than enough. We're gonna have the coal circulating through there. How much is gonna be? That's the wrong recipe, BJ. That's the right recipe, BJ. It's gonna be 240. Oh my god, it's gonna be tricky. Okay, good stuff. Coal is gonna circulate on the top floor. And now, we need a return pipe from these two guys. Because it's gonna poop the crap in the water. Okay? Crap. Scrap. It's gonna be smelted. Don't care about it. Water. You gotta return into that pipe. So let's find those crosses again. We said in the middle. One in there. One in there. Mark 2, please. That one can be only Mark 1, please. Let's put the exit. The water exit. In. Well, gotta put the lifts. We need lifts. Yes, we need lifts. So it's gonna have to be on that line. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Give me the crust, please. Thank you. In there. In there. Now, sorry. This one is gonna be only 240 water. So, main water comes from there. Yeah, we're gonna have big issues in here. I'm gonna have to move the main or shift all of this forward. Because if my main comes out of there with 600, it's gonna have to feed into 4 batches of these guys. But if that one is set in there, it's gonna ruin the mojo big time, you know? So what I'm thinking is let's bring that pipe straight, please. I don't know, in the middle of that foundation, just to give us some space in here. Can you go straight? No. Okay, good stuff. Like that. So that water will return to the system. And now we only gotta put 80 water in these guys. Well, it's gonna have to come on that pipe. And since I want to leave myself some space, it will be nasty to put it in there. Basically, I would like it in the middle of the foundation and to split into these 4 batches. That means that all of this mess gotta move forward. How much forward? 1 tile should be enough, okay? So give me a second. I'll move everything 1 tile in the front and get you guys back. Okay, I think I put everything in place. So our main will come in there. And it's gonna feed into one of these guys. Let's see into this one in the back. Because this one is gonna be pumped, let's say, from that side. So I think this should be good. I think so. Okay, the coal is gonna have to come in there. So on splitters, middle of the line in there, from there. Okay, good stuff. Now we need 8 of these, so I'm gonna have to make 3 more batches basically. So if I leave that pipe in there, that means that those the other way around, BJ, will have to come somewhere like there, just to have some space, you know, in there, let's call it. So another 2 in there, another 2 in here. I'm gonna put the recipes afterwards. More in the front, more to the right, like that. Or we're gonna have to move a little more that way. So let's leave the middle of the foundation for that. In there, yeah. 2, 4, 6, and will we have enough place? I can turn that one the other way. I think we should be fine if I put that one like in there. We're gonna have enough place for a pipe. Zoom, please. Yeah, you're gonna have to be moved. Put that one in there, like that. Okay, well, let's fill up the missing pieces in here. I forgot to make everything concrete, sorry. 8. And that's gonna be the end of our refinery. And the coal will circulate on the middle of this foundation. So this one is not exactly misplaced, let's call it. Okay, I think so. It's gonna have to meet in here somehow. We'll see how we're gonna do that. Because being 900 between all of this, even if I put it on a Mark 5, it ain't gonna be enough. We'll see. The other thing I could do is give up on those and try to move on forward. But then I think we're gonna be too close to the train. 1, 2, yeah, we're gonna be too close to the train, and I'm too lazy to do that one again. So let's see. This one has red recipe. This one has red recipe. Perfect. So all of that I gotta do is copy this recipe in this, guys, and now place some alignment. Those power balls, yeah, that's the power going in there. Okay, let's move that in here. Good stuff. Last 2 refineries coming in. We're gonna see how we're gonna do the smelting afterwards. Let me put in the pipeage for the alumina solution, and we're gonna see exactly what the heck are we gonna do with the coal. Okay, next I want to do those, so they have to be on that line. I think, let's check it out. Yeah, that one is gonna be fine in there. So I think this is my setup in here. 600 coming in there, feeding into each batch of these guys. Now let's not forget it's 7.5. Okay, so one of them will have to run at half speed. Let's make it the last one in here. So it's gonna have to be only 120 alumina solution. this guy here is gonna have to take 120, make 180. And from here on, we're gonna see what kind of surprises are we gonna have. Because it's gonna be madness with that scrap. I think we're gonna put some of the smelting in here because it's gonna be 45 of them, you know? And, huh. Well, I don't know exactly how to make it happen, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, we could go do the water, we could go do the bauxite, or we could do this stuff in here. What do you prefer? Let's start with something easy. Let's go for the water because apparently I have power in there already. So let's go towards the water. We need 600, okay? And here we're not gonna need a pump because it's dropping, you know? Sorry, can you please go in there? No? Why not? Like that, please. Thank you. But on the other side, it will need a pump for sure because it's kind of really high. Really high. It's passing through the water lines. Electricity lines. No, it's above. Okay, good stuff. And now comes the interesting part. Let's put it right on the edge. I did grab power down there. It's high. Okay, it's high. One pipe is not gonna be enough to reach the bottom, that's for sure. Not even 2 pipes. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's high. Let's keep it in the middle, maybe? Yep, like that. Bring it down here. And basically, let's see. So, production, water. If I put one over here. A little more in the back and somewhat aligned with stuff. 120, so we will need 5 of this. Okay. 1, 2. Let's grab the cross, put it in front of these guys. Somewhere like in there-ish, I may say. 3, 4, and the 5th right in his face. In there. Okay, let's put our crosses in. I think that should be fine. I think I want to delete that small segment in there and come with it like that. Auto, please. That one is further than that one, but I think I can live with it. It doesn't have to be perfectly aligned, you know. Okay, let's put power right into this base because I don't want to be back in here. And now we have power to power them up, basically. Plus, that line will be filled up. We gotta be careful when we're gonna start that facility to start it slowly. Basically, batch by batch. And we're gonna have to do a lot of modifications in there until the scrap is gonna work. Otherwise, it ain't gonna be fun. So, we're pumping what in there? These two guys, 10 meters, okay? So 4, that's it. 8, somewhere in there. Let's pretend that we have the water in there for sure. We do not have it in there. Well, okay, good. We will not count on that. Mark the place. So this one, let's go a lot further, as far as I can, basically, and see how high does it go. We don't know. Let's put it in there because I don't want to have any surprises with this. We'll put it once and we'll put it for good. So it pumps until there. Well, we're gonna put the next pump in there and the next pump in there, I believe. No, the other way around. Idiot. Okay. That should cover us. In theory. Of course. In theory, mister. I'm gonna come back later and try to make this one beautify it, basically, not leave it out of foundations. Okay, good stuff. We fixed the water. Let's call it fixed. It's not fixed, but anyway. I think all of this will become something else. Basically, I'm gonna delete all those foundations and put another kind of support on it. But that's gonna come at a later date. For the time being. Oh, we're already getting the water. For the time being, we're doing something else here. Now, bauxite, well, we're gonna bring it at some point. Because that one will require a lot of work. But let's focus our attention just a tiny bit on this. So, this one is taking 60 coal. This one is taking 120. This one 120. Well, guess what? One node, it's exactly 300. Okay. So 120, 120, 240 plus 60, 300, baby. So let's see. I want to have Mark 3 lifts everywhere because I'm a maniac like that. We're gonna need a splitter in here first, right in his face. This is gonna be our first splitter. Okay. In here, please. Delete those. Delete those. Delete those. And we're gonna feed this ugly monster with the Mark III. It's 300 with the Mark IV, I said. Exactly in there. If we can, we're gonna try and beautify it. Default looks human-like. No, it doesn't. It's ugly. I might have to turn it the other way around. Let's put those lifts first. Mark 4. Or list. Yeah, it's gonna look like shh. You know what? Okay, good stuff. This is what we have to work with. Let's grab that Mark 4 build, bring it in there. Amazing. Looking good, looking good, looking good. So those will have the water, they're gonna have the bauxite. We're gonna figure out how to bring the bauxite, but from the other side in. For the time being, these monsters in here are fixed. Next monsters. Well, this is gonna get tricky here because 120, 240, 360. No, it ain't gonna be 360 because well, actually we could, but our miners only make 300. Let's bring this one on the other line. And we're gonna have to merge builds, okay? So, in here, will it connect? I don't think so, it's too far. It's too far. I could bring the builds, yeah, let's do that. We're gonna have these splitters in the same spot. Delete that one because it's not connected. And then we're gonna bring the feed-in belts from there. Stop them in here, feed them where they need to go. Okay, good stuff. We understand each other. Let me put these guys down. So let's see belts. 120, 240, 300, and we need 60 more in here. Okay, so in here we're gonna have to have a merger somewhere. Let's say in the second belt will fit in here. And it's gonna grab 60 from there and the other 300 that he makes, and we're gonna have 360 going here because 120, 120, 120. So the third belt will have to stick in there, and the rest can be a Mark IV in there without an issue. The first belt will have to come in here. So let's try. How should I do this? Let's try and align them somehow with that one. Can I put a belt in there? Mark 4, please. No, in there, because that's my entry point. Perfect. I want to delete all of those. And now this. Well, actually, I want it more like in the left. Because I gotta come with two belts in here. Can we do such a fit? Default. No, because it's gonna touch. Okay, good stuff. What if I put it in there? Wow, it doesn't look good, BAG. Let's see. One in there. And one in there. Yeah, I think that will work just fine. So these are our delivery belts in here, okay? Now, we gotta bring the other magic coals onto these ones. Okay. One of them it's in there, one of them it's at the other end of the rainbow in there. So that one can come straight, let's call it, in here. It's too low, isn't it? I think like that. Yeah, baby. Delete that Mark 4. Put another Mark 4 in your face. Can I turn you? Yeah, but you don't look good. Okay, good stuff. Let's do that again. But train and line it with this boy, you know, someone like that, let's call it. And now bring it somewhat on the same level. It will be ideal. And try and put that one in there. It is what it is. This is what we have to work with. Okay, the other belt is gonna come on this line in here. I don't like that at all. Basically, it's gonna come in there. Let's grab a half foundation because we have those. Plug it in there. Perfect. Let's bring the belt in here from there to that power pole. Guess what? On the same level. Okay. Let's invent another power pole in there. Let's invent another power pole in there. In there, I said. Connect that one with that one, and that one can go away. By now, you're not sitting in my belt. That one gotta deliver in here. I want the full foundation, please. Yeah, it's gonna touch BG. I know. Okay, let's delete that one. I need to have. Well, let's go with that one first. In there. And in here. Basically, I want it from there. Like that. And in here, they're gonna be like that, you know. But since they're gonna be concrete, at some point in time, everything is gonna be concrete. It ain't gonna look that bad, you know. We're gonna be able to encase that boy. And life is gonna be just beautiful, you know. Okay, that one needs to be too high. You know what? Let's grab that belt. Straight, please. In there. Okay. I have the power in here. I can somewhat float. Apparently that one is somewhat in the middle. Somewhat, you know. Give that BAG in here. But I think we can kind of start this boys, wouldn't you? That one is too much in his face. Let's give him some breathing room. Come on. Amazing. I think we can start pumping the coal. It will not bother me one bit, trust me. Give me a power line here. And into you. And the third one was right in here-ish. Okay, we're gonna have some coal. Did you keep the recipe? Yeah, 300. That guy, yeah, because they have the white sticks. 300, in there and in there. Perfect. We got the coal in. We got the waters in. What else? We need the bauxite in here. Well, I'm not ready to deal with the bauxite. Basically, those monsters in there, I don't like them one bit. So that's why, yeah, it's happening. We already know everything that is happening in here. I think I can safely delete all of this. Oh, that one. Let's keep that, that, with that, and that one. I got a feeling I'm gonna have to move them, but it is what it is. Just to clear the spacing here, you know. Okay, now, water going backwards, we don't really care about it. Those lines come above the build, so I'm happy with that. Let's think just a tiny bit at how many smelters are we gonna need. I know we're gonna need 45, but the builds, misters. 360. Multiply with 2. Guess what? 720. You know? If you look in here. Oh, sorry. That's the one. But we don't have that one yet. That's why I said we gotta work smart in here. So Mark 4 for each one of them. Going into a Mark 5. 2 of them. Okay? So let's begin with Mark 4s because we know those are gonna be Mark 4s. Bring them down. We could do mergers in there, isn't it? Yeah. Delete that. Leave that one in there. Are you higher than the rest? No, stay in there. You are higher than the rest. He needed to step a little his game in there, you know? Okay, good stuff. Let's invent some mergers in here. Going, I don't know, in the front, let's see, because I think we're gonna have the space, isn't it? Let's see first where those mergers are coming. Merger, please. Going in the front. We're gonna put them like that. Let's go with it. Is it good? I think it's good. Put that one in there. It's gotta be on this line, okay? Okay, good. We understand each other. The first one is not doing as much as the others, but it's fine. Let's put our lifts. Listen for the click. Yeah, it's good. This one will have to go in the front, basically, like that. Perfect. Perfect. Amazing. And outstanding. This one, we could have had a built in there, but we're gonna try and keep the aesthetics of the place, you know? I think I missed a lift or two or 8. Oh, sorry. One in there. And that's about it. Okay. Now, this one can be a Mark 4. This one can be a Mark 4. Same with this. Same with this. That one gotta be a Mark 5 now. Okay, let's see. These ugly boys. 720. Smelter, please. Give me one. 60. 720 divided by 60. That's exactly 12 smelters. For each and every single one of these guys. 12, 12, 12, 12. Not 12. Feeding from that spot. Let's see if we can make it happen. Smelters. We'll have 4. Oh! Make me laugh. Oh my god, I think it's gonna be good. The fact that we left this space in here is gonna be just amazing for us. Am I in that power pole? I think I am, isn't it? Yeah. And that one brings the power everywhere. Let's move it. Like there-ish. And there-ish. Do we need those? I don't think we need those. Maybe we do. Not at this time. Okay, good stuff. 12 smelters coming down. Oh, in here. Shh. H on you. It doesn't matter if they close or far. You just put them in there. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, barely fits. Well, basically it doesn't fit the edge. What do you think about this mess? They're inside one. Oh my god. Okay, good. So I gotta put them in here. What if I put them like that? Would you love that? I think I'm digging that. I think if you look closer, they're not. Oh, let's just place it down and take a pic. They're not even touching each other. Okay? They're not, I swear. Look, they're not touching each other. You see? It's fine the way it is. Sorry about that. Okay. Blueprints, stove smelters. Hey, Johnny. In there? Well, that one is red. Why are you red? What if I put you in here? Well, there you're good. You're aligned with the first one, isn't it? Yeah, it's good. See, I told you it doesn't touch, but it doesn't meet with that one. So if I put it more in there, I think I didn't leave myself enough space in here. That's what I did. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's do it different. We're gonna copy that assembler, put it up top in there. And we're gonna go there with them. Okay? Okay. We understand each other. Now, blueprints. 12 smelters. They kind of thick like that, you know. Let's begin. I would like to have two of them side by side if possible. So that should be fine in there. One. Okay, Junior. Two. Oh, I don't think that's gonna interfere with anything. Okay, let's expand this platform in there just a tiny bit to give it the stability. Okay, okay. That margin, we'll have to put his stuff in here. Okay, let's make it happen right now, otherwise I will forget. That's a mark for. That's a mark for. That one will have to be a Mark 5 coming in there. Let's see if we can make it happen with the Mark 5s. One in there. Give me the default version. Thank you. And that one will have to come up top. Okay. Let's. What happened here? That one is not well placed. Sorry. You gotta be in there, and you gotta be replaced. Give me a Mark 4 in there. Thank you. Let's grab the Mark 5 lift. Put it in there. And we're gonna put a Mark 5 lift reversed right in this guy's facing here. Like that. Like that. As low as possible. And that will fit from there in here. And that one will fit all the way in there. Straight. It's too long. That's what he said. Okay, good stuff. Stop it in here. Put it in there. Apparently I still have 180 of those outlet sheets on me. So life is beautiful. Well, we kind of did it for two of them. Okay. Now, what about the exit? How many ingots? I don't know. Let's see. First we gotta put the recipe in. Copy. Let me do that one really fast. I think I want to put some power into these guys. Just to see if all of them have the recipe. We're gonna delete those power slit. Well, I'm not seeing any red sticks. Which means I pasted it everywhere. Yeah, okay, good stuff. So out of 60, they make 30. That's half. We had 720. So between two of these. So this one will make 360. That's a mark for a build in there. lift, whatever. Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 4. Amazing. That one below is gotta be a Mark 5. Let me, at least halfway through. Let me make it really fast. Mark 5. That scrap. It needs to move really fast. Otherwise, things are not gonna be pretty in here, you know? Okay, it's done. Basically, we can start with these guys in here. What we have. We don't even have to put the next ones. Told you that I'll have to move these guys, didn't I? Let's see, what do we have here? That guy. Let's put it in there. That guy. In there. Come on now. That guy. Somewhere in there. That guy. Somewhere in there. That's the total. 1,350. Okay, if you say so. Now, those two are gonna need 12, just like these guys. But that one is gonna need less than 12. Let's take care of the 12 that are in here, okay? Gonna place it somewhere aligned with these guys. Like that. Maybe more in the front, just to have space for that? What do you think? We can go further with it. Yeah. Just to sneak those builds in, you know? We're gonna make it like that. It's gonna be prettier. Mark 5. Coming there. Okay, let's put it the right way around this time. Okay, good stuff. Wait. No. That was that one being not well placed. You need to exit on my side, please. Give me a build Mark 4 in there. A lift Mark 4 in there. Give me a Mark 5 build. Amazing. And for this guy, how much are you making, mister? 360, 180. Divided by 60. Not like that, idiot. 540. Okay. And divided by 60. We're gonna need 9 smelters for the last guy. 9 of them. Okay, good stuff. Let's put 9 smelters in here. I got a blueprint with 10. We're gonna use that one. More like derish. I feel so. How much we said? It's more than a Mark 4, isn't it? 480. Yeah. So it's gonna have to be a Mark 5. Guess what? Okay, we're gonna do the same stuff as we did in the other side. We're gonna have a lift. I don't know why it's... what's happening? I don't know what happened in there. Are you reversed? You are reversed. Okay. Let's align it in here. Like there. That way. That one again. It was placed to move items forward. Now it's gonna have to move them this way. If I place it correctly, that will be just amazing. Mark 4. Mark 4. 5. Mark 5. And that Mark 5 will have to fit in there. Okay, let's see if I have enough to make those Mark 5. And this guy says, oh. Amazing. Let's delete one of these smelters. It doesn't really matter which one, but we needed only 9 in here. So life is beautiful. Those are those didn't took the recipe. So 60. I want to modify all of those to make a Mark 2. The pooping are 30. Mark 1 is going to be more than enough. That one, Mark 4, is going to be more than enough. But the input, it's exactly at the limit. I don't want that. So basically now, I gotta run around for all of this and make all the input builds for the smelters Mark 2. So, while I'm doing that, you're gonna wait exactly 1 second. Guess what I made? Okay, let's unify the power grid for these guys in here. In there, for example. They need a recipe, of course. So, copy that recipe. Let me paste it all over the place. And it's done. Amazing. Now, we gotta go up top. We gotta go up top with these boys. So we're gonna have the aluminum ingots in here, and we're gonna have the copper from there into these guys. How many? I don't know. We gotta figure out. So it was 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So this one is gonna make 360, 360, 360, and less than. I don't remember how much. 270, I believe. How much are these guys thinking? 30. We're gonna ignore the copper for now. How much are these guys thinking? 150. Guess what? 360 is gonna be easy to divide between those, right? Because it's 2 and just a tiny bit, you know? On the other hand, we want to be careful because if I unite 2 of those, I'm gonna need again a Mark 5 build. And I don't think I have more of those. Let's see. No, only 70 left. So let's make individual line, you know. I'm gonna put, so it's gonna be a Mark 4. We're gonna put these guys, but how many did I say that I will make? Let's see. 7 of them. So it's 2.5, 5, 7, and for that one 12. Basically 350, 1,000 aluminum ingots. Good. Why did I divide it all like that? I don't know. Beats me. I don't know. But if I'm not respecting that, we're gonna mess up the system in here with the copper build, you know. So 7 assemblers. Let's go by this. 7 assemblers. Taking 1,000. Jesus Christ. Okay. Plus 500 copper ingots. And those are gonna take 100 copper ingots. With 350 aluminum ingots. 350. 30. Well, nothing is round. Nothing is round. I don't know why I divided them like that. What I do know is that we have to put some walls in here. Let's go with that wall up higher. Can I bring it on that level? It ain't gonna be enough. Okay, good stuff. Wanna leave myself some flying room in here. Let's go the 1 meter foundation in there, please. Up until those refineries, everything in here. I think it will be glass, just to see stuff, you know. So better do that one right now. Architecture, glass frame foundation. Let's go that way with it. Let me make my tapestry in here, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, all of that is covered now. Looking good, looking good. I still don't know how to do this, so I gotta bring that one somehow. I might not even have to split it and merge it on a Mark 5, but it's fine. Sorry, I'm coughing in here. A Mark 5 will work just fine. Let's copy that one, bring it up. Is the right way? No. Okay. And let's copy the other one, bring it in here. That guy. Oh my god, this is gonna be so complex. And it's gonna be complex because of those 1000 ingots, you know. But then again, our exits are Mark 5. Let's try and make down 7 assemblers. I think it's that one with the recipe. No. Is the other guy? 7 of you. 7. But it's only a million, 1,000. So 7, 150. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. 7 assemblers, 2 entries. Our Majig is gonna poop from there, but since I left myself 1 floor space, 1 wall height, I can bring them anywhere I want. Okay, from down there. It doesn't really matter. So, where do we want the exit to be? I'm thinking next to the train station or next to the road. Maybe in there, because in here it's messy to bring a road. That road for trains is going there. I think I can easily unite that in there and bring it in here, but not on that because it's crappy. So in here. That means I want my exit somewhere in here. I don't know if I can fit 7 of this, but we're gonna do our best. Assemblers. I have 4. I think that this is the input from my right. From there. I think we can fit them, Mr. and Mrs. Now, it will be really nice, really nice, to have those inputs aligned with those exits, wouldn't you agree? So, like this, it's aligned with the machinery. That means it's gonna be nice and pretty, but let's not forget we're gonna grab from those as well. So, let's bring them in here and bring them more in the back, like there-ish. And that is gonna give me a bunch of space, wouldn't you agree? Like that, because that's how I like it. Those are 4, and we're gonna need 3 more. Let's plug them in here. I'm sorry, why won't you do it the way I want it? In there, I said. Is it the line? I think it is. Okay, let's make that Mark 3 belt in there. Come on, you can do this, you know it. You know you want it, okay? You know you want it. And we're gonna figure out the belts later, at a later date. Connect the powers. Okay, we said 7.5, 7 assemblers, 1,000 aluminum ingots. It's 1,050. So one of them, let's see the first one. What are we doing? Casings in there? Yeah, casings. We're gonna put that one in. Copy it all over the place first. Let's connect this voice to the power. Just gonna grab that power line. Remember that it's on this level. And plug it into that guy. And life is gonna be just beautiful. You ain't even gonna notice it. It could have been the other guy, basically. So, yeah. You see from there to that one? Yeah. So, power line from there. Where is it straight? Well, it's not straight in there. But let's bring it under him. Well, somewhat. And from there. Amazing. Now we have power up here. They all yellow, so they all have the recipe. This one is gonna have to be only 100 in here. So that's what, 75%? No, that's 66.667. Exactly, guess what? Amazing. I made it again. I did it again. Okay, good stuff. 100. How much it is? 150. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 1,000 ingots. So how should we do this? Because I have no idea. Basically, I'm gonna have to feed in here 1,000 ingots. Each one of these guys is making 360. So 360, 360 plus another some of those. Amazing. I don't know how. Okay, we're gonna think about that later, bitch. Now, let's see the other stuff. Oh, those are even more. 12. I don't think that 12 are gonna fit in here. What do you think? Because those are 7. If I put another 5, it ain't gonna be fun. Shoot. Yeah, well, change of plans. We're gonna put them the other way around. Okay, let's begin with those 12, were they? Like that. And we're gonna put them from here and from there. 12. So we're gonna begin from this side. It's gonna be 3 times this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 downs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. 1. Yeah, no matter how I put them, it's gonna be nasty. Okay, good stuff. Now we know. Let's try and make them in the middle in there. Somewhat. More like in there because I'm gonna have drop down lifts. Here we go. We got 4 down. Come on now. Come on now. Don't embarrass me here. A little closer. 8. And I think I'm gonna stop in there. But if I put the others in here, it's not gonna be nice. Is it now? We might go with them a little more. It's fine. So these are our 12 for the shits, basically, right? Oh my god, it's embarrassing. 350 aluminum ingots. There's not a bunch. Between all of this, it's not a bunch. 350. So that was the deleted one, right? How much were you making? Frankie. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That's 270. It ain't gonna be enough. That one, 360. And we're gonna have an excess of 10 ingots out of it. It is what it is. So how? How should we do this? Basically, the belt underneath. Let's call that one the belt with the aluminum ingots. Okay, it's gonna come in there for all of these guys. No, in there. No, in there. Perfect. And then we're gonna have to have a splitter somewhere in here. This one can be enlarged in that side. Don't worry about it. I'm still gonna have to bring it all the way and build those foundations. So even if we're going that way, don't worry about it, okay? We're gonna have to bring a lift from there in here. So let's make it in there. Mark 4. And we're gonna split between these two. Because it's only 350 ingots. We don't care about it. Now. It's not well placed. It's not well placed. I want it to be a smart splitter because we're gonna have an excess. In there. And we're gonna have an excess of 10 going there. So we're gonna say here to the left any, ahead any, to the right overflow. That's it. That one is gonna be a lazy 10 ingots per minute build. Now, before forgetting all of that, let's bring that lift in here. Let's delete that lift. Bring that lift in here. Either way I'm putting it, it ain't gonna be proper, so it's fine. Mark 4. Good. We just got rid of those. And the rest of 3, I'm gonna feed them the rest of, I don't know how many millions there were. We're gonna have to figure the copper next. But that's gonna be a pain in itself. Okay. How many assemblers did we had in the other side? So that one is kind of done. 7. Well, in a guy. Put them somewhere here. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I wanna put them here-ish, like here-ish, in there, going in there with them. Yeah, I think that will be good. I'm not certain. So basically, that will mean 4 in here and 3 in there, and everybody's gonna be beautiful, aligned. You know why? Because yeah, let me make those. We will have enough place to bring the copper. That's what I'm planning to do here. So we need, sorry, we need 7 of them. Entrances in here, always. And I want to align with that. That will make dealing with copper a lot easier. Or blueprints 3. Why are you yellow? Oh, you don't like the fact that you don't have foundations. Okay, good stuff. Here you go. You got them now. H. In there. It's still yellow. Why are you yellow? I don't get it. Oh, you're gonna leave it. Oh, sorry. I just realized. Is those things in there, you know? So let's copy those and move them again. Well, now he's not yellow beige. You see? You see? Yeah, you see. Okay, that's good. We said that one. We're gonna make it Mark 4. Of course, it's gonna have to be a Mark 5, but we're gonna pretend it's fine a Mark 4 for now. Let's put those belts in. They're Mark 3s. Let's connect the power to these boys. Do you have power? You don't have power. Nobody has power. Okay. Recipe, please. So you were making the casings, right? Copy. Paste. Everywhere. And one of them was at 66.66 Mifields. Casing 7 of them. 1,000 aluminum ingots. 900. The last one gotta take only 100, or the first one in here. So perfect. That's the way it's gonna be. 1,000 ingots. There's 2 Mark 5 belts. 1, 2, 3, or 3 of those Mark 4s. 3 of those Mark 4s. That's it. We're gonna make it with Mark 4s, and everybody's gonna be happy. Okay, good stuff. What about this one? This one, it's already a Mark 5 in here. I don't understand why. Oh no, it's a Mark 4. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It is good. Perfect. I need to put in the power for these guys, otherwise I ain't gonna be able to see if I made the recipes correctly or not. For example, these guys, they don't have any recipe here. What do you think about that? This guy is the same. That guy, they have it. Okay, so let's go with the sheets now. Those, and let me copy paste this recipe all over the place. I think I gotta connect these belts as well, isn't it? Because I just placed these guys again. That one in the bottom is connected. That one is good. Okay, so we're gonna need a little merging here for sure. Going forward, which is gonna grab those then. and the rest is gonna come from there. Well, let's make it a Mark 5 because we know it's gonna be like that. Now, all the other stuff magics, all of them are gonna have to deliver in this one. How? I have no clue, honestly. But I think I can bring a Mark 4 into this one here. Belt, please. Mark 4, please. Gracias. How much were you making? It was the one with 9, so 270 or less because that one was reduced. Okay, good. We're gonna be safe in here because it's 270 plus 10, 280. So that one can live as a Mark 4. 280 is basically 2 assemblers, right? Yeah, 250. And we're gonna have an excess of 40, whatever stuff, doesn't matter. Let's invent one of them in there. Go down with this leaf. Put it like on that level. Next to the ceiling, oriented like that. And this guy here is gonna provide ingots in there somehow. Let's come straight with it in here. Why aren't you straight? Perfect. So that's 360 coming in on that line. Those 360 will merge in there. They're gonna be enough for 2 of them. Or 3, something like that. How much did we have in here? We said that out of this one we're gonna have a little excess. 360 is 300 plus something else. So after 2 of them in here, we're gonna need another merger for the rest of them. Let's put it in there. And let's see. 150, 150, 450. It can very well be a Mark 4 lift. Is well placed. Let's drop it and connect the dots with the last batch of smelters in here. You are going out. You are coming in. And I think that should solve it. So we got the delivery for all our smelted ingots inside those machines. Let's pretend that that one is fine. Okay, let's just pretend. In here, I have 2 Mark 4 belts, merging it to a single Mark 5 belt. Will it be fine? In theory, it's gonna be fine. It's 607 ingots, okay? They will gonna have to split between that line, and that line. And guess what? Amazing, isn't it? I know. Oh, is that one straight? Looks straight. Okay, good stuff. So let's bring it in here. Pretty high, right? Right. Once. Twice. And the 4th time in there. Did I place them correctly? I think so. Perfect. All of those belts can be Mark 4 in there. Delivering the ingot. Actually, they can be Mark 3. Let's leave a Mark 3. We're gonna see afterwards how much copper we're gonna consume. I guess not much. In here, 50. These guys are taking 75. So 150, 300. Yeah, this one is gonna have to be a Mark 4 in here. Okay, what about you? 10 per minute. Yeah, lousy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 40, 40, 80. Yeah, so most of it comes in this place, okay? Let's leave that one. A Mark. Well, I would really like to know exactly how much because I have 600 ingots. And those look like 480. So I don't know. 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 375 plus 50. 425. So a Mark 4 should be enough. That means this guy can be a Mark 4. Let's pretend that that one gotta be a Mark 4. And those, if they are Mark 3, like the rest of the builds, is gonna be just outstandingly good, you know. But this one in here, delivering the product, well, it's gonna have to be a Mark 5. I could come with 2 Mark 2s, but I don't care about that, okay? So let's bring it on the same level. Let me get down so that I can see it. In there. Delete that. Delete that. Mark 5, you can go away, all of you. Thank you. Now I don't know exactly how to bring them in. Basically, it's in the center of this foundation. Okay, come with me. 1, 2. And now we're gonna try and put it. Already, I'm missing plates, you see? Mark 4, please. In there, please. In there, please. I can make that one Mark 5. So basically, that is the only thing. We need like 15 more outlet aluminum sheets. Just remember that that one has got to be Mark 5, otherwise stuff is not going to work. Okay, now exits, not exits, exit. We got a bunch of exits in here, wouldn't you agree? How many were we making, just to have an idea? I don't know, because I deleted those. Ha! Okay. Good stuff. I guess we can delete those. Amazing. Let's see. These guys are the most. The casings. 112.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 75. 750. So this line in here is gonna have to be Mark 5. Guess what? Let me make in here one of those. Is it the right way? I think it is. Let's put in here casings, misters, parts. Give me casings. Select icon, yeah, whatever. 750. Okay, and cap that. Where? I want to kind of avoid that, if I can. We got a feeling in here we're gonna have another train or another delivery station stuff, you know. In there. Let's see how many of those. I got a feeling it's not gonna be much. 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 240 plus. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 120. 360. I think those are my numbers. I think. I'm not sure. But it should be like that. Select. We said 360. Now 360, that's a Mark 4 material between all of those. That's Mark 5 material in there. So now I would like to merge that and that somewhere. Oh. What are you? Mark 3? Are you gonna be enough? Mark 3. 360. 240, 120, yeah. Mark 3, going down. And around. Does it matter? I don't know if it matters. Let's bring it in there because it's prettier. And those always Mark 3 because why not? We're gonna need the merger acid in here. H. In here. Let's invent already the storage for it. I want it that way. Doesn't matter. These are details that I can change at any time. Mark 4 for you, just for the funsies. Let's put the dimensional depot up top. Mark 3 lift, please. Perfect. That one is gonna have to be Mark 5 in there. So, let's put it in here. Along with all the crap. I think my sensor in the way. Yeah, okay, good. Let's delete the... no, let's not delete those. Because I will not remember how much I'm making here. Don't want to count again, you know? No, the other stuff. Okay. I think that should do it. Mark 4 because we don't have Mark 5s. Perfect. Going straight into that box. Dimensional depot. I think I gotta put the box a little further. Yeah, just to make it nice and dandy. Come on, in there. From there, in there. Amazing. Dimensional depot in your face. Mark 3. And I think that's about it. So we need this one on Mark 5 in here. Let's at least try and make it Mark 4. That will help somewhat, you know? Somewhat help, maybe? That one's gotta become a Mark 5 as soon as possible. Did I make this one Mark 5? No, made that one. But that one needs to be. Those are Mark 4s. Okay, good stuff. I could bring 2 bells Mark 4, but I don't want to do that. Amazing. I think these are all set. That's a Mark 4 in there. We gotta sync the excess. Okay, good stuff. So, let's delete all that. Because it's gonna be so much excess. Embarrassing, you know. Let's put this one in here. Along with that, but a little more in the front. Mark 4 lift. It is what it is. Come on now. Come on. You can do this. I believe in you. Okay. Let's grab a smart split in here. Like that. And one in push. Perfect. Give me that Mark 5, which is not a Mark 5 built in there. Give me the dimensional depot in there. Give me a Mark 3 lift in there. Perfect. You are gonna select this to the right. Any? To the left overflow. And you're gonna say head any. To the right overflow, please. Thank you. Let's bring our sinks in here. We're gonna need 2 of them, of course. Again, those signs are in the way. Amazing, I know. Will I have space for this, guys? 1. No. Well. Okay. Okay. I can work with that. 1 in there. Why yellow? What exactly you don't like to the right side? What bothers you? To be more precise, that belt, you can live with it. Trust me. Okay. So we're gonna have a Mark 4 straight in there. Again, I gotta copy those signs. Pesky little buggers. Go in there. And you gonna stay in there, mister. And that Mark 4, which it ain't exactly a Mark 4, is gonna come through here and in there. Oh my god, amazing. I know. They will need power first. I think we're ready to start the show, isn't it? No, we're not. Because I didn't connect the refinery, I didn't put the power, I didn't put anything here. So, these guys are connected to the power somehow. To this power pole in here. Not somehow. Let's put the most important stuff Priority power switch. Which is the A side? That's good. Let's put it in here because I want it outside of the glass. You go in there. You can delete all that crap now, BG. Thank you. And you go in there. And we're gonna say here aluminum. And that's it. Power on. 525 maximum consumption on the network. Is good now. Is good. Is good. Is good. It's gonna be even more because we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miners souped up in there in the swamp, and we're gonna have the train working. This point is not working. Nothing. Let me just delete the power poles that I put in here. I'm surprised I can fly. Honestly, I don't know how it's happening. Those guys are fine. This guy here gotta connect to this batching here. Those have the power. Now these guys have the power. The water has the power. I think it's fine. Did I have any more power poles in here? Nasty like. Apparently not. Okay. Time to drop my power poles for all these refineries. So give me a minute in here. Okay, so these guys, I guess they're getting filled up with water. They kind of miss their bauxite, you know. Speaking of bauxite, this guys got filled with coal. We need to bring it. Mark 5 bales, baby. We don't have them. Okay, good stuff. So we're gonna have 3 exits. We're gonna calculate like we have the Mark 5 and we're gonna upgrade it afterwards. For the time being, just like in the other side, we're just gonna use, I don't know, the 480. I think it's our building here. Yeah, not 780, but it's 200 each. So well, let's drop that one. So I would like these guys to be Mark 3 basically, and we're gonna have splitters in here and mergers down the line somewhere. Okay, or I could just put them in there. Yeah, I think it will be better just to put them in there. Let's try that. Hey Junior, like that. Yep, looking just amazing, you know, like that. I think I like it a bunch. Let's see. Mark 3 for you. It clicks. Looking good, looking good. Okay, we're gonna do this one for all of them. If I can find the proper line. So our first wagon, let's call it, it's a 600. There's gonna be a Mark 5 build for you, but we don't have it, so we're gonna use Mark 4. And it's gonna go between these 3 here, okay? The next one it's 450. 200, 450, okay? So I would like to modify this one. Yeah. It's been a good day, I know. In there-ish or here-ish? In here. Perfect. Just to have the entrance from this side. Of course, that one gotta be put back. Give me that Mark 4 build. 200, 400, and another 50. Okay, in here, we need a merger, baby. So let's try and put it somewhere in the middle, like in there. Merger, please. Will you snap? Thank you. Merger. So that's gonna be our other 450 build. Let's bring it. Oh, so one is gonna come in there, one is gonna come in here. Let's bring it in here. I don't want to make it wider than it has to be. Okay. That one in there. This one in here. And that one in there. And this one in here is gonna be another 450. with those 50 it's gonna be 500, so that tiny bit in there is not good. I'm gonna have to move it somewhere like here-ish. Let's delete that. Place it. Wow, you see it doesn't snap where I want it. Okay, and that because I need to modify that build in there to make it Mark 5, because we're gonna have 450 on this line. It's 480 the line, and the excess from that one, which is 50, that one is gonna have to be Mark 5 in there. Give me my build, please. And that is gonna fit into these guys. 200, 400, 500. Amazing. 450 on the line plus the excess of 50 from that guy, 500. 2, 4, 5. What they filled with the water. That it is not good, but let us pretend that it is fine. Okay, I want to bring these belts up in here, all of them. You are coming with me here. And you the same, mister? If you can reach? No, you cannot. Okay. Yeah, if you make it straight, it ain't exactly happening properly. Okay, we're gonna make it curve in that case. That one connects straight in there. That one straight in there. That one. It cannot reach, but it should go straight in there. Well, it can now. Perfect. I don't have power to you? Well, I'm gonna provide. Don't worry about it. If I can find the power pole. No? Actually, this one I want it to the main, not to that thing. So, I don't want it. I don't want this train connected to the aluminum factory. Just like none of the power, the transport stations are connected to the individual stuff modules. No, they only connected to the main. Okay, so that one has power. Now, would somebody please come into my world and build that nasty road onto the swamp and deal with all those huge amazing spiders in there? Oh my god, that one is passing through the rock. Okay, let's address that situation in there, because we do not like that. We're gonna come... No. We're gonna come with that build straight in there. And then straight in there. And since we modified that one, we're gonna modify all of them. Is that one crooked? That's why that one was crooked, mister. Oh, you're gonna make it curve. And it's gonna be straighter than that one. Okay, let's delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that one. And that one the same. And let's bring our belts in. Perfect. Exits. Well, I need 2 exits. What the heck? Who the heck put you in here? I don't know who came into my world and put that one. It wasn't straight, mister. I swear I put it straight. Press my heart. Okay, good. So what I wanted to say is that we need 2 exits. Why are you Mark 5? Mark 4s? Out of that one. Those will be able to handle that 600 transported in there. You're gonna need to get in there. Oh, wait a second. I know, it didn't give me anything back. They were Mark 4. Okay, I have one more aluminum sheet. We're gonna need to modify to put in here Mark 5. All of this belt. All of it. The other piece in there, Mark 5. We're gonna need to put that lift for the copper, Mark 5. And that one that one, all that building there, and this building here going to that sink. But the rest of it, I think we're kind of set with it as it is. So in theory, this build is kind of complete in here. It's gonna be looking amazing when we're gonna dress it in glass. But it's gonna be painful to start because of the return of water. So at this point, we have 600 water gushing down that pipe in there. You know, that pipe in everywhere. Well, it doesn't have to be like that because it's filled up. But once these guys are starting consuming the water, that guy is still gonna pump. After that, he's gonna miss water. Wait a minute, I'm gonna pump a little more. I'm gonna miss water again. But then these guys are gonna pump, and stuff will stabilize itself. I feel so. But the way I made it into batches like this is good for these guys because they're gonna discharge. They're not connected between sets, but I'm not so certain because they're not connected in here all around. I mean, they connected those badges only into the back pipe. So we might have a situation where I will be back and put some crosses in there and connect them all together. I'm not sure. First, I want to see how it works like this. And then we're going to decide, you know. I think so. Yeah, baby. So let's leave this one in here. For sure. Until the next episode. Nobody's going to remember. Nobody that means me, you know. I will not remember which bells need to be marked. 5, 6, 8, 9, whatever. And life is going to be just beautiful again. I'm gonna try to make myself some time, at least to take that road into the swamp. Not that I can fly, it's easy because it's only blueprints, you know. But we get the nasty animals in there. But I can fly at least. And into the next one, we're gonna put the miners on the bauxite. We're gonna extract the bauxite, put it in the train somehow. I don't remember how train works. Amazing. We're gonna have 2 stations in there, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to build 2 times this stuff, something like that. Gonna grab those nodes, and the other nodes is gonna be nasty because of the difference in level, but this is gonna run 99.99% straight. So in the swamp in there is gonna be like 2 meters high. If you look from here, 2 meters. If you look from there, it's gonna be like 2 kilometers high. And that's perfectly true because no effing way I'm getting close to those spiders down below. No, that ain't gonna happen. Or nuclear hugs, or God knows what nest is in there. Don't care about that. I don't wanna hear anything about it. Okay? Anywho. We're gonna make that one happen in the next episode. So there's gonna be something with lefts. Computers, you sold them? Train to the swamp. Good luck with that. We made the aluminum and the water setup. So all that we're missing is the train in the swamp, which will bring the bauxite in here. And in theory, if we put a few nice belts and the lifts Mark 5, all this stuff will work. What do you think? Should I start this miner from now with the coppers? Do you have a sink inside there? I don't think so. I didn't put a sink. I think I want to start this miner just to munch on all that copper and make it happen. Push it, because that one is not a Mark 5 and it will affect stuff. At least this machine is gonna be filled up with coppers. What do you think about my plan? I think it's a good plan, wouldn't you? Let's get in there. Oops. Here we are. Go. Work. But let's not forget to sync it, okay? Because, yeah, well, it's not synced at this point. Of course, we're gonna have in here something beautiful made for it. But we still need to sync it. How, where? Well, exactly here. Just like that, you know? Are you... No, you're not. Smart split in here. bringing a Mark 5, which you don't have. Amazing. To the left. Overflow, please. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Stuff is gonna be super messy. I think it would have been better to put a smart splitter in the one in there, but that means I'm gonna have to put two of those. And for sure, I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna be fine when I'm gonna have the Mark 5 guns. Yep, that will be just fine. So let's leave this one in here because it's long enough. And into the next one, we're gonna figure out what to do next. Because we have a long journey ahead of us. Until we're gonna make it happen. For... for all the factory to work. We didn't even unlock the drones or anything, you know? So... Phase 4, we haven't started building anything. Nothing. We still got a ways to go. But this, what we're doing here is the foundation of it all. I wanna see the copper flowing. It's gonna take 1,000,000 years for you to get filled up. But I think it's good to start the stuff from advance, like have those filled up with water, have the others filled up with coal, have these guys filled with the copper. You know why? Because we need a bunch of copper that is not being produced as fast, and the stacks in here are just amazing, you know, because it's 100 in each one of these machineries. So otherwise you're gonna need to let that one work for a bunch of time. On the other hand, these guys are pooping so fast the scrap, and those guys are smelting it really fast, that you kind of need to keep up. So normally what I built in here, I never built anything this big related with the aluminum, by the way. But I feel like this will take a few good hours to get filled up, to work properly, to get balanced. That's what I'm trying to say here. Words are not coming out again, sorry. Well, let's leave this one in here because it's kind of long, and I already told you what we're gonna do into the next one, so it ain't gonna be a secret. I'm not gonna dress anything, I'm not gonna do anything, I don't have the time for it. It is what it is. I hope that one is a mark too. It is, at least that, you know. So that's it. We're waiting for the bauxite. We will do that one in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for being here watching this. If you like it, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel, please. If you haven't, of course. If you wanna support the channel, you can grab yourselves an amazing membership. Don't forget to take a pic of those. Really helps a bunch. Thank you again. I'll see you until the next one. Bye now.